Hey guys, Joe here, doing a reshoot of the video that was up until just this morning when I accidentally deleted it because I'm a dumbass. I did a video entitled "My Rock Island broke after," or "My Rock Island STK broke already?" Question mark, exclamation mark. Yeah, and it already did. So we're going to talk about that again for those of you that aren't up to date with it, because I want to make a new version of this video. Go ahead and hit subscribe, all that stuff, so you can keep track of what happens with that particular firearm. But as you know, I recently bought an STK 100. You can watch that video for a massive 480p video where I kind of describe it. Actually, I think it was in 360p because of the way I transferred it, because I'm a dumbass. Anyway, I took that gun out to test it at the farm of a buddy when we were shooting the M82A1 50 BMG. Didn't get any footage of that because there wasn't enough footage, and it was a bunch of us shooting it, so we didn't have a whole lot of time to shoot video and shoot the gun. So is what it is, swings and roundabouts. However, Daniel and I wanted to get some more seat time with the Rock Island, so we took it out to his buddy's place, and we were going to put 100 rounds through it. I brought a bunch of self-defense and some ball and all that good stuff. And during the shooting of it, after the second mag, it stopped pulling the shell out of the gun, and it was really annoying. And we're going to talk about that for a quick second, because I already know what the problem was. However, I don't currently have the gun, because since I filmed that video, I've given it back to Rock Island. It's being sent out today, and hopefully they'll have it by the end of the week. But I'm going to be using this. This is a CZ75, or excuse me, it's not a 75, it's a CZ82, pardon me. This is a CZ82 chambered in 9x18 Makarov. I'm doing a video on it. I was going to buy it, but I've decided not to. But this will function nicely to demonstrate what was happening with the Rock Island. So again, I apologize. I accidentally deleted the video. This is my way of making up. But this is an extractor. This little bar that you see on the side here. That's only job is to pull the shell out when the gun cycles. It sits flush when it's closed, and then as you can see, it kind of moves in. You can see the back edge of it's out a little bit. It grabs the rim of the shell and pulls it back so that the ejector, which is really hard to see on this particular one, but you see that little piece of metal sitting way back there, way back there, that's English, way back there in the chamber, that little piece of metal sticking out, that is the ejector. Those two work in conjunction to remove spent shells from the gun. When you cycle the gun, it pulls it back, hits the ejector, and pops out of the gun. Well, on the Rock Island, when we were shooting the Barrett, we noticed brass shavings inside the ejection port. We couldn't figure out where it came from, and again, we weren't there to shoot that gun. I just wanted to make sure it fired, and we just kind of left it at that. But what I think was happening, because you can see that when the gun is open, the slide is open, the extractor goes into the chamber area, because that's how it grabs the shell and pulls it out. What I think was happening was the extractor was coming forward and hitting the edge of the rim of the bullet and shaving it off a little bit, as well as shaving off the edge of the extractor. And after, I believe it was like almost 45 rounds, because we did one mag and then two full mags, so it was one half mag and two full mags, so about 40-45 rounds, it finally broke the edge off the extractor. So when the gun cycled, the extractor couldn't pull it out. That brings me to why I sent it back to Rock Island. I sent it back to them because they requested it. We originally just emailed them and said, hey, I need an extractor for an STK 100 because this one failed. And they said we would like the gun back so we can investigate the failure. At first, I wasn't going to do it. I had already ordered a Zev Technology replacement extractor. It's an upgraded extractor, and a reasonable price, 44 bucks or something like that with free shipping. And I decided to let them have the gun back. It's a new model. It's a new release for Rock Island. For those of you that aren't familiar with the whole Glock Gen 3 thing, Polymer 80 is a very popular build that uses them. Lone Wolf has started making a Gen 3 clone of their own. Palmetto State was the first really big name brand that was going to come out with one called the Dagger that was supposed to be a Gen 3 clone for like 300 bucks, but because of the pandemic it wound up costing like 600 bucks, and it was just a dead ass clone of a Gen 3. Rock Island's version of it has an aluminum frame, which makes it better in my opinion. Cutouts in the slide for relief cuts and design and ports, and it was red dot cutout for 500 bucks, which in my opinion, is an amazing price. Well, the Gen 3 patent for Glock has run out. That's why they're all Gen 3 clones. That also means that they have to source these extractors, and I don't know who Rock Island used to make the extractors. They obviously didn't buy them from Glock, so they bought them from a third-party manufacturer, or they manufactured their own, which I don't think they did. But I was going to buy the gun, which I did, test it, which I kind of did, and then I was going to upgrade the internals a little bit. I was going to put a Wilson Combat chrome barrel in it because I had one in my Glock 19 and it shot really awesome. I was going to put an upgraded spring kit in it. I wasn't going to do much visually on the outside. I wasn't going to put like stainless or red or anything on that. And I loved the trigger on it. It was actually better than a factory trigger. So I was going to leave that trigger alone. It was like a 5.5 pound trigger, but it was still, it felt better than a standard Glock. And I own a Glock 34, so I can crap on Glock if I want to. That all being said, this one failed. That's a long way of saying it, isn't it? I lost track of what I was saying this whole way. But yeah, anyways, it failed. I sent it back. First generation of a new gun. They want to see what's wrong with it. They're probably just going to replace the extractor, send it back, and said it was just a unexplained failure, or idiosyncratic, as they would say in the medical field. There was no reason for why it failed, but it failed regardless. So when it comes back, I will do some more shooting, and I will tell you whether or not their fix worked, or if I have to put in a different extractor regardless, if I need to get the slide milled out anymore for the extractor to fit better. Who knows what the case is going to be, but when I get the gun back, I will do a full 100 rounds through it at that point so we can check it out and see what is what. That's why I suggest that you get subscribed. If you aren't subscribed, you should get subscribed. Less than, I think, 10% of the viewers I get are subscribed. Just hit the subscribe button. It takes 10 seconds out of your life. You get subscribed. You get to watch me ramble on sometimes, or see some cool stuff. Airsoft guns. I'm really back into the BB guns and the air guns, but I'm still into the real steel too. And that'll be taking up more of the time. I have to do some maintenance to the 300, like spark plugs and stuff, so I'll probably do a video on that. And all this other stuff that comes along with my buddy and I starting our business a couple of months ago. So all that's going to be coming up here in the future, so keep your eyes open for that. Subscribe. Go to Liberty Arms if you don't mind. Google them. They're down in Harrisonburg, Virginia. Tell them I sent you. Call them up. Tell them what you're looking for, because you never know what'll walk through the door, and you never know what you might want to buy. The distributor websites are not up to date, so you have to physically call and talk to somebody and order what you're looking for. So that's about it. I have a cool gun coming. Hopefully it'll be there today, and we can do a video on it, and you can see it in the next couple of days, as well as I'll put it up on a YouTube short and possibly do a Instagram or a Twitter post. I don't really use social media much, and that may be hurting my growth a little bit, but I can't get into it. It's so damn toxic. It's not for me. Anyways, that's it. I'm out of here. Again, like the video, subscribe, share it, tell all your friends, and I will keep you updated with what happens with the Rock Island STK 100. So, till next time, talk to you later.